Hey guys, I'm back with a new video, and I have tried to record this narration at least 5 times, probably, but I don't know, something was up with my voice. Anyway, so I am doing sort of like a character, I'm talking about this character, and some people want to know more about him and me to like sort of introduce him, I guess, but you see the issue was I didn't know exactly how to do that, so what I did was I asked some people to kind of throw questions at me that I'm going to answer about him. So I'm just going to start off right now, and if you guys have any more questions after this, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and if you have any questions for characters other than this one, you can also leave those below as well, and I'll try and get them answered. So the first one is, how do your friends describe you? This is going to take 3 perspectives, because he has 3 closest friends, I guess. Vivian would probably say he's the type of guy that would sit you down to tea and cookies instead of murdering you. Olivia would say that you can't judge a book by its cover because he's got like lots of tattoos, dyed hair, and piercings, but he's a nice guy. And then Connor would say probably more dependable than most people. Okay, that's the type of people they are, okay? What's the most daring thing you've ever done? Jumped off a over 50-foot wall without a parachute. Is your glass half empty or half full? Okay, this is probably something that Ardan would say. In all honesty, he would say it's full because it's half full of water and half full of air. He's very literal like that. And what is one thing you will never do again? Unskilled amputation. Don't ask. What is your favorite grab-and-go meal? This is kind of hard, but let's just say has to do with dried meat, you know, beef jerky, kind of just something with protein. What age do you consider old? Okay, Ardan used to consider being around 40 to be like the age when you're no longer in your prime, but he now considers it to be 30 because the chances of him reaching that age, given his lifestyle, are pretty small, so he kind of sees it as an achievement. What do you do when something funny happens? Ardan would crack a small smile, but contain any serious laughter, because he doesn't like offending people. But internally he'd probably be laughing his head off. Are you creative in any ways? If so, which ways? Ardan is very creative when it comes to his tattoos. He is a tattoo artist, so he will mix and match many different, like, meanings, I guess. He's Incan, by the way, and his belt thing that I'm coloring is based off of Incan clothes. But his tattoo on his face is actually a variation of one, and sorry, the dog is being loud. It's actually a variation of one from a African tribe that means it's supposed to represent the eyes, but it's a variation. It doesn't look the same, it just was inspired by it. Okay. Any quirks or strange habits? Ardan has this habit of kind of making things appear out of nowhere. Like, he doesn't really do it, but he tends to stash stuff in the weirdest places. So, yeah, and the dog's being loud. I'm really sorry about that. Do you have any triggers, such as certain words or situations? He is very sensitive to seeing people being used for, like, their abilities and then being thrown away, because he experienced a lot of that. Oh wow, spoilers. Spoiler alert, too late. Anyway, he doesn't really like seeing that, so he avoids those types of situations when he can. Anything you prefer not to talk about? Himself. If we were to go realistically, getting this much out of him already would have taken you several months of conversation. So, yeah. Favorite animal? A lizard. I think he likes lizards the most, probably. Any specific inspiration for the character? Not really. He was one of the more spontaneous characters. What I originally wanted was just an extra character that I was planning on fleshing out more, but I needed sort of like a placeholder while I worked out the story. And this is what I came up with. And Ardan is extremely unique in my opinion, even compared to most of my characters, which I consider them all to be unique in their own way, but he is, he's very unique, and I think his original, not inspiration, but his original purpose was to be like another character. I needed another character that was friends with Connor, and so I was like, okay, what type of personality would be compatible? And this is what I came up with, and then I just realized, hey, you know, Ardan can be a lot more than just a character like that. And I already wasn't planning on leaving him two-dimensional, but this, I don't know. I didn't really have a specific inspiration, like I said. He does look kind of similar to another one of my characters who has purple hair as well, so maybe it was him. Personality. He's calm, thoughtful, he's a nice person. He enjoys simple things in life, and he never expects things to get too extravagant. And he has, yeah, that's about it. Okay, fears. That's confidential. What makes you angry? What makes Ardan angry is when he sees people like being used and then just thrown away, like objects, I guess. He doesn't like that at all. But if I were to say what really, really makes him mad or ticks him off, is probably when people don't appreciate him for who he is and just kind of use him for what they can get out of him. And here's another one. If you had a warning label for yourself, what would it say and why? And I'm guessing this basically meant if he had to wear a label everywhere that said warning, you know, whatever, like if someone has a nuclear personality and it says that, his warning would be, don't compliment my art unless you want it on your face. Yeah. Okay, that wraps up all the questions I got from, I only got these from a few people, so it's not like there was that much variety. I guess I could answer a few more, but meh. That wasn't all of them. I skimmed over a few and I took out a few, but whatever. If you have any other specific questions you want me to answer about this character or any of my other characters, you can go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and I will pick some out and I'll use them. Go ahead and leave any comments you want. Like, if there's a question that you want me to answer about Ardan or my other characters, Vivian, Connor, and Olivia, then go ahead, because sure, I'll answer them. If you have questions about my other characters, go ahead and leave them in the comments too. And if you guys want, when I start getting a lot more like comments and stuff, I can actually have regular Q&As, like for me and for my characters. So yeah, if you guys want a Q&A, just ask. And you can ask me, you can bombard me with like all the questions you could ever want to know about me, all the stuff you would ever want to know about me. Anyway, so this speed paint is just about done. I'm sorry I didn't record the whole graffiti background drawing stuff, but it was completely spontaneous and I didn't even know what I was going to do with the background. I just drew brick patterns with a brown multi-liner, and that's what popped up. So yeah, overall I'm happy with the drawing, and one of the reasons why I didn't answer all the questions was because I wanted to talk about a bit about this. One thing I do want to point out though is that, like, don't expect all of your questions to be answered, because a lot of them, if they're specific to the plot, or if I want to keep them secret just to like make the character more interesting, I'm going to, so that's why there are a few questions I didn't answer. So I hope you enjoyed this speed paint. I will have the final drawing in the description, a link to that in the description on DeviantArt, and here it is here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!